Howdy, my name is Jessica Spence. I'm a recent master's graduate of Texas A&M University, and today I'm really excited to tell you about Ruby. She is 50 years old, sassy as all get out, and she lives in northern Uganda where she farms, raises 16 dependents, 16 kids that are hers or orphans or family members. She also does that while taking care of cattle and several acres of crops, including obviously sunflowers, soybeans, cassava, you name it, she grows it. And I asked her to be a participant in my Photovoice that I conducted for my thesis in the summer of 2019, along with 9 other women from 2 different villages in northern Uganda. They were all smallholder farmers, so depending on agriculture for their livelihood. And they so kindly agreed, and they took pictures for me over the span of 2 weeks. The reason why I went there and the reason why I asked them to do this is because we know that Uganda has a very youthful population and one that depends greatly on agriculture, and that we know women do the majority of the agricultural work while taking care of the home, cooking, cleaning, taking care of children, etc. They really are the backbone of their households. And I asked them to take photos of their lives as smallholder farmers so I could better understand their lives from their perspective. And through this method of Photovoice, I was really expecting, when I asked them to take photos of their lives, pictures of broken tools, pests in the garden, children, meal times, etc. And I definitely got all of those and more. But what I really wasn't expecting was for all 10 women to take self-portraits. All 10 of them in 2 different villages chose to take self-portraits of themselves in their garden, unprompted. And when I asked them why they did this, they said it's because they are proud to be women farmers and proud to be the women working to take care of their families and proud to be the ones providing for their kids. I also learned from them that they see financial control from their male counterparts, as well as threat of physical violence, often physical violence itself, all gender-based in their communities, based over the control of many things, including their agriculture products that they spend so much time growing and producing, but don't get to reap the rewards of that or choose how it's spent most of the time. I learned a lot of things from these women, but the most important thing I learned is their pride and their self-identity as women farmers is an incredibly powerful tool, and it can be used in incredibly powerful ways to empower these women. And if more research efforts, training efforts, financial training, extension, agriculture training was aimed at these women, they would be even more empowered, and that training would go even farther than it traditionally has been, as it's typically aimed towards men, because they feel so much responsibility towards their families and have so much pride as women farmers. That training would go even farther in their hands. It's often said in Uganda that agriculture is the backbone of the country, but the backbone of agriculture and these rural families are the women. Ruby takes care of 16 kids. She can do just about anything. She is sassy, blunt, honest, and incredibly hardworking. Imagine what she could do if those training efforts, extension, and aid was given to her and aimed towards her and her female cohorts. So thank you so much for joining me today to learn a little bit about smallholder farmers in Uganda and the passion and self-identity behind these women farmers.